Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Business Central Musings. We continue to investigate today what's new in Business Central 2025 Wave 1. Let's get going. We're going to look at a new page type with Business Central 2025. The new page type is UserControlHost. A few things about the UserControlHost. First, it's something new. It's coming in Business Central Runtime 15, which is the runtime for Business Central 2025. And it won't have a source table. If we look at the example here, we don't see the property source table. Actually here, this is the UserControlHost. So the page type is UserControlHost. We don't see any source table here. And as you can see in the area content, there is only one control of type user control. And in this particular example, they use Microsoft used the control add-in of type WebPageViewer. And also you can see that actions are not permitted. So let's look at an example in which first we're going to show how we can render a website, a URL in Business Central. And second, we're going to see how we can render an image. So I'm going to show you on the document attachments, factbox, an action, a new action to preview an image. Because what happened before, what we could do was to download the image and then open it once it's downloaded. But this time we can display the image in Business Central. So let's get going. I have here a Visual Studio Code and a very simple example. There is a project here with two AL files. One is a page extension. We're extending the document attachment list box. Why? Because we want to add a new action previewer that will basically run a new page. It will load it with an image and then it will display it. It will run the page for us. The page previewer is of this type, UserControlHost, and as you can see, we have one control here, no actions, just one control that's using the WebPageViewer control add-in from the system application. And we need to write for the WebPageViewer, we have two examples. One where I display my website, www.esverlan.com, and another one that will load the content which is passed in a global variable on this page via this set content. So let's comment the first action for the web page viewer, and let's compile and let's publish it to Business Central. I have here the customer list, and on the first customer, Adatom Corporation, I loaded an image. Let's delete this image and let's take another one. I think is Cloud Photos. I'm loading an image of my two cats sun tanning, and we have here an action on the fact box called previewer. If we click on preview, it will load my website. Why? Because the previewer right now, when the control add-in gets instantiated, it will load my website. Now let's do something else. Let's load some variable content, some dynamic content, and we're going to have a look at what how we're loading it. Let's click on previewer, and this time we see the picture that's basically my two cats sun tanning in my backyard. Let's see the code. So when we clicked on preview, we look to see if the current record, which is the current document attachment, has some value, has loaded any blob, and if it has a value, then we're going to load that image, that JPEG, into a blob temp blob code unit, and we're going to translate it into base64. Then we start an HTML code for displaying an image, image source equal to, and the variable for loading the source of the image is data image JPEG and base64, and then we concatenate the source with the base64 string. And of course we end with the tag that ends the image HTML tag. Then once we have this HTML for previewer, we're passing it to our page previewer, which is here, via set content. And if we have a look here, we have a function set content, a global function that we can use to load into a global variable content that HTML for previewer. Then when the control gets rendered on the previewer page, we're displaying the content, which is the global variable which was passed here. And this is it. Let's have a look again. We have here the action previewer, and that's loading the image that we have here. We can click on the image and we can see the image also here, but that would require us to download. So from server, we're downloading locally the file, and then we open it. This way with preview, we just click on preview and we get the image. That's it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing if you didn't subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.